Hello friends and subscribers, welcome back to Daniel's Tech World here on YouTube. My name is Daniel Rosehill. Today I wanted to do a quick video about using a VMware Workstation Pro on Linux. I just picked up a license the other day for $200 for VMware Workstation Pro. This is the pricing I paid yesterday. It might be a little bit different in your geography, but I just wanted to I'm going to show you guys the actual software running here on my Linux computer. But I just wanted to highlight some of the differences between Player and Pro from a feature standpoint. For me, it was a $50 difference to get Pro instead of Player. And the reason I did is here, this line, snapshots. At the time I'm recording this, it's not a feature on Player, it is on Pro. And I'm using my Windows VMs for kind of mucking around with stuff. And that to me is a hugely useful feature, the ability to take snapshot points and go back to them in your VM. There's a couple of other ones that are not available on Player. Again, you can see here the cost structure at the time I'm recording this is that Player is $150 and Pro is $200. So it's not really a huge difference, but you're getting snapshots and you're also getting the ability to duplicate entire VMs with full clone. So if you just want to duplicate your VM, you can do that here. So that is though, and there's other differences in terms of virtual network customization. But to me, the standout ones for your average personal user, your average maybe serious Linux user who's not decided to use VMware instead of VirtualBox, and the other virtualization platforms would be snapshots and clones. So let me just show you guys what it looks like running here in my system. So at the moment I just have one VM stored here, but I went through the export process the other day in order to copy this Windows VM onto my laptop, which is also running Ubuntu Linux. And it was really, really easy to do. And again, you can do it by copying the file structure, but it just seems like a more robust methodology to export it. So I'm just going to have to firstly turn off the VM firstly. So I'm just going to go for power off or shut down the guest. I'll just do power off. And what you can do then is once your VM is shut down, you can right click, go on to snapshot, and you can see this is the snapshots that come with VMware Workstation Pro. You can see I took a snapshot on Friday, and you also have a snapshot manager, and you can configure basically how frequently the snapshots are taken. If I go into snapshot manager here and I look into my auto protect snapshots, and I can configure auto protect, which is going to be automatically taking regular snapshots. So I've decided to take daily snapshots of this Windows virtual machine and keep a maximum of 3 snapshots on the computer. I might just actually, I can't go down to 2. 3 is the minimum, but you can go up from 3. And you can also take half hourly and daily snapshots. So that is that. And then the export function. So the way that I kind of synced, if you want, that would be a really cool feature if there was actual syncing. But what there is instead is you can click on File, Export to OVF, and what I did was basically drop and you don't actually get one file, it's more like a few files. So what I did, just because it looks like when you're in this dialog that you're going to just be exporting it to one file. So what I did, I just created a folder and I called, Windows VM export the date, and then just let it do its thing. I'm just going to start it off here. You can see it takes a little bit of time. Another thing you can do is just do this process and directly output the VM onto something like a external hard drive. That works too. And then you can have it on your other computer and just do the import process. I'll just cancel this. And the import process is file, open, and point it to the VM. And if, this isn't maybe the most elegant way of doing this, but if you've got one Windows VM that's a bit ahead of the other, you could do this process every 3 months. And it's legitimate. You can use your license on up to 3 machines, I believe. And this is just one way of keeping 2 virtual machines, 2 Windows VMs on different Ubuntu computers, sort of in sync. Not really in sync. It's a manual method, but it's one way that you can avoid having to replicate all your changes, do them on one machine, and then periodically copy that VM over to another. Hope that was helpful. And until the next time, thanks for watching.